Lethargic Sloth here, and it's time to talk about France. France will be represented at Eurovision 2018 by French duo Madame Monsieur with the song Merci. If I had to describe this song in one word, it would be smooth. The song is incredibly smooth and can almost put you into a lull or hypnotize you as you're listening to it. The beat is enjoyable, and it's a song that's sound-wise isn't going to annoy anybody or piss anybody off unless you just don't like slower music in general. It's very pleasant from that aspect. Madame Monsieur is a duo consisting of Amélie Sat and Jean-Carl Lucas. They are a electropop and French pop group, and they also wrote the song Merci. Merci is about a girl named Merci who was born to Nigerian refugees on a boat in the Mediterranean Sea in the midst of the European migrant crisis. From their perspective, quote, it tells the true story of a little girl born aboard the SOS Méditerranée France last March while her mother was fleeing the violence of her country. So what's good about this song? Well, like I already stated, it is very smooth. The music is clean, crisp, and organized. I do enjoy the beat and the ambience of the song, though it can also have that drowsy, sleeping feeling listening to it. I love listening to French music in general. French is such a beautiful language already, and it's even better when put into a song. For the sake of the song, I hope they keep it in French and don't screw up the song like they did last year. I loved Alma's song, Requiem, until they put the English lyrics in there and changed the song entirely. The entire flow was affected by that. Merci is a clever play on words. The girl in the song is named Merci, while merci is the French way of saying thank you. So you have double meaning in the song that works quite well. Oh, and I do find the singer's voice to be incredibly pleasant to listen to. I think she's got a phenomenal voice, and it goes with the music very well. So what's problematic with the song? It is comforting like a lullaby, but that can work against it in terms of memorability during the duration of the contest. One thing at Eurovision, you have to be memorable. Sure, you can make the argument that Salvador Sobral's song was similar in effect, but his movements and nuances and his voice kept you focused, it drawed you in, and it captivated your attention. This song doesn't have that effect to me. It really does the opposite. I find myself drifting away and thinking about other things when I'm listening to this rather than wanting to pay attention and drawing you in. It's actually the opposite of Albania's song. Love it. I draw it in. I'm completely captivated and focused on that song, and I've listened to it so many times. I've listened to this one 4 or 5, and I'm bored already. So this song is extremely repetitive, and I have to say that I've listened to it those 4 or 5 times, and I'm already kind of annoyed with it. It's lyrically very weak. The music that accompanies the song holds it above water, because I do like that musical part, but the lyrics weigh it down tremendously. This song is not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and I'm sorry to go political on you, but when the song goes political, I'm going to come political right back. Merci pandered to the legions of social justice warriors around the world. Often these people are young, ignorant, and obnoxious individuals who know nothing of history and claim to care about social issues, and calls everybody who disagrees with them bigots or racists when they point out facts. This is a propaganda song, a song about the refugee crisis in Europe. Now, I will say that Nigeria is a different circumstance than Syria, Libya, and Somalia, among others. There are different circumstances here. It is nearly half Christian, half Islam, so it's not like mass refugees come from Nigeria to build up a caliphate in Europe like the aforementioned, where most Syrian refugees aren't actually from Syria, but from other places coming into Syria to use that as a gateway into Europe. But back to the song. The narrator talks about how she's rescued and she represents those lost at sea trying to leave the war. It's actually a bit presumptuous and arrogant, the words of the song. Claiming yourself to be a symbol of those lost at sea, I find that to be very arrogant. France is a country that I really love. It's one of the 5 European countries I've actually been to, and I have many friends that are still there, old and young. And the one thing they all say in common is how the refugee crisis is making France more unsafe, unlivable, and generally a worse place to live. You have a religious cult trying to take over the country and people entering pretending to be refugees. Now, there are legitimate refugees, but there are also soldiers, con artists, and economic migrants trying to enter and fundamentally change the laws of the new country. I don't like to get political on this channel, but this song is political, so I will take my shots back. The refugee crisis is a sham to keep people begging for more government to protect them. At the same time, news, music, and websites in this country keep feeding the love refugees and demonizing those with common sense who oppose chain migration. Want proof of this? You only have to look so far as YouTube banning differing opinions on this topic. Also look to Twitter and Facebook. They put in news that they want you to read that's always pro-migrant, and whenever you make anything that's anti-migrant, it gets turned off. So you want proof? There's censorship for you. Taking in people and putting them on welfare is always bad business and makes a country worse. But some people love higher taxes and beg for it because the government tells them to. Modern humans are sheep. Be intelligent. Don't believe all the shit the government feeds to you. This won't be a popular rant, but the truth is never popular. Facts are never popular. But popular is not always right, and right is not always popular. Political rant over. Well, not quite. Something disgusting from the France national selection show. I see a sea of French flags, which I think is great. I love countries that love their country and love their people, no matter where you are in the world. I love seeing those symbols of nationalism and people proud of where they come from. And then I see a bunch of idiots waving the EU flag. It's funny to see people begging for their own loss of sovereignty and economic and political slavery. When I was in Ukraine over the summer, I told my fiance that there's only one flag in Europe I really, really hate. And it's not Russia. I'm coming from the USA, so it's not Russia. It's not England. It's not, I meant to say United Kingdom, of course, but because formal wars and such. No, there's only one flag I hate. I actually love the UK, especially for the Brexit thing. Great job. Great job. Brexit's awesome. It's the EU flag. The dastardly pieces of shit that want to take your sovereignty and tell you that you need them in your life. So look into that a little bit. I know this is supposed to be a song review but not a political rant, but when they bring in these political statements and songs into the contest, I'm going to fight back. That's just what I do. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. This is me. I'm not a pussy. So that's just a side note. EU flags everywhere at the France national selection show and people begging for their own slavery. The rant's over, I promise. So what's my rating for this song? I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10 stars. The song is somewhat enjoyable, but it is a low energy song that I find myself falling asleep to, and it's a propaganda piece. So with that combined, I think 6 is being quite generous, though I am sure there's going to be a lot of people that vehemently disagree with my assessment. Is this song a contender or a pretender? Well, it's automatically in the finals since France is part of the Big Five. I have to say, though, because of the low energy and it's going to be a divisive song, I think this song is a pretender to the max. I do not see this winning whatsoever. I can see it being a fan favorite for a lot of people. I think it's going to be popular. It's going to be one of those songs that you either really love or really hate, though. I think most people generally, though, are going to probably put it right in their teens or middle rankings. So I do not see this song winning at all just because of the low energy vibe on it, but I do see it being like a pop culture song that people love years from now still, if that makes any sense. It's one of those that I think will do okay. I expect, mid-teens maybe for the finish, but I think, like I said, it will be more of a cult song of select people that like it rather than an actual winner/contender. I feel that France has gotten a lot better over the past 3 years, where you had 2015, which I felt was okay, and then you had 2016 with Amir, which I thought was better. It built off that. And then I thought Requiem built off of Amir. With Alma, the English hurt it a little bit, but I still like the song better overall. I thought France was taking positive steps, and I think this drops below Amir. So this is a huge drop off compared to the direction was that France was heading. So unfortunately, I consider this to be the wrong direction for France. I hope that next year we'll get a nice French song that's non-political that everybody can relate to, like Albania made. That's a great song that anybody can understand and love, and it doesn't hide carrying masked as a political message. I'm not fooled by this, so I'm just saying straight up that it's ridiculous, and I hope France does a better job next year. I'm quite disappointed in 2018 with France. So as I always do with songs that aren't in English, I'm going to read the translation for you right now. So the song is Mercy. I was born this morning, my name is Mercy, in the middle of the sea, between two countries, Mercy. It was a long path, and my mother took it. She had me inside her skin 8 months and a half. Oh yes, 8 months and a half. We left our home, it was the war. For sure she had a reason, there was nothing to lose. Oh no, nothing but life. I was born this morning, my name is Mercy. They offered me a hand, and I'm alive. I am all those children who were taken by the sea. I'll live 100,000 years, my name is Mercy. And there in front of our eyes, there was the enemy. A blue immensity, maybe infinite, but yes, we knew the price. Emerging from a wave, there's a friendly ship. It gave again its luck to our survival. It's there that I cried for the first time. I was born this morning, my name is Mercy. They offered me a hand, and I'm alive. I am all those children who were taken by the sea. I'll live 100,000 years, my name is Mercy. I was born this morning, my name is Mercy. Mercy, mercy, I'm alright, thank you. 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 So as you can see clearly from the lyrics, this is a repetitive propaganda piece. I just clearly laid it out for you. Thank you for watching my review of France at Eurovision 2018. This was a super long review, so if you made it through all the way, I appreciate it. And look for my other videos in the future. Please subscribe, and hopefully we have a lot of good songs that are not political in the future. I really, really would rather review those, because I like liking songs. I don't like having to be the bad guy, but sometimes it's necessary. Lethargic Sloth, out.